Hi, this is Kivi Leroux Miller with nonprofitmarketingguide.com. Welcome to our first edition of 3 questions and 1 favorite. Our first question comes from Sarah, who wants to know if it's okay to publish their 2012 annual report before they have their audited financial statements. I say yes, as long as you believe that audit is going to be pretty consistent with the numbers that you have already. It can take a long time to get your audit, and it really is best to get that annual report out as quickly as possible after the end of your fiscal year. So if you expect the numbers to be pretty close, go ahead and get that report out and just include a note that says that you can download our audited financial statements on our website in April or whenever they're going to be available. Now, if you expect those numbers to be really different, you've had sort of a strange or unusual year, or you've had some bookkeeping problems, then I would wait. But if you have a pretty clean process and you've had clean audits before, go for it. Our next question comes from Kathy, who works at a Christian camp and retreat center. And she wants to find out a way to get everyone who visits to complete a survey or to give her some feedback. And currently they only have the contact information for the group leaders. So what I would suggest is using postcards. Postcards are really cheap and easy to print, and you can put different questions on different postcards. So maybe you have some cards that have sort of lighter, fun questions, others that have more demographic questions, others that have more, substantive questions. And try to figure out a way to get those to people while they're on site, maybe during breaks or meals so that you're not interrupting their retreat agenda. And get those collected while people are still there. And maybe come up with a way to incentivize it a little bit. So maybe there's a drawing at the end of the day or at the end of their retreat program where they get some little prize. Our next question comes from Sam, and Sam wants to know about the difference between a communications plan and a marketing plan. We use those terms interchangeably a lot. I'm certainly guilty of that, and lots of times it really doesn't matter. But they are actually different, and I like to think of the difference between a marketing strategy and a communications plan, because I think marketing is really about some pretty strategic questions. And the first being, who are you really trying to communicate with? So, which volunteers, which kinds of donors, which kind of program participants, who are these people that you're trying to reach? Then, what do you want to say to them? What's the kind of relationship that you want to build with them that your communications can help with? What's your real message? So you've got a pretty good definition of the people that you're trying to communicate with, as well as what you are going to communicate to them. Those are really strategic questions, big questions. Your communications plan is how you implement the marketing strategy. Where your marketing strategy might be 18 to 24 months, your communications plan is much more likely to be an annual work plan or even maybe a 6-month plan, where you get much more specific about the actual tactics that you're going to use and the kinds of content that you're going to create. You might also have an editorial calendar, which I highly recommend, which gets even more specific, and you might use that on a weekly or monthly or quarterly basis to really say, I'm going to talk about this specific thing in this newsletter on this day. So those 3 documents work together to really represent all that you do in your job. Those are our 3 questions. Let's move on to a favorite that I want to share with you. I love my little whiteboard that I use at my desk. Cute little pens with erasers on the end. This has saved me from being completely covered and inundated with scraps of paper and Post-it notes all the time. So I use this throughout the course of the day to jot down notes. When I'm on the phone with people, I write down their name as soon as they say it. Quick to-do items that I need to deal with, reminders. It's my little short-term brain right on my desk. And I try to erase it by the end of the day. I erase as I go because I like to check things off. I'm one of those kind of people. And it really works for me. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.